Desert Places by Robert Frost, 1874 to 1963. Snow falling and night falling fast, oh fast. In a field I looked into going past, and the ground almost covered smooth in snow, but a few weeds and stubble showing last. The woods around it have it, it is theirs. All animals are smothered in their lairs. I am too absent-spirited to count. The loneliness includes me unawares. And lonely as it is, that loneliness will be more ere it will be less. A blanker whiteness of benighted snow, with no expression, nothing to express. They cannot scare me with their empty spaces, between stars on stars where no human race is. I have it in me so much nearer home to scare myself with my own desert places. Okay, this is a poem by Robert Frost. I think this poem was first published in 1934 and was part of a volume of poems which won him a Pulitzer Prize in 1936. So what's this poem about? This poem is about loneliness. It's about perhaps the place of where humanity is in the universe, and how insignificant humans are in relation to nature, or in relation to the whole universe. And I think this poem, it's about being lonely, about being alienated. It's got this, it's starting to snow, and the snow is covering everything, and there is just this white covering the whole world, and then the speaker starts to feel lonely, and the speaker is feeling lonelier and lonelier, and this represents the indifference of nature towards human life, as well as the speaker's internal feelings of loneliness. Perhaps this is saying that loneliness is what frightens people. And I think he's also thinking about man's place in the universe, and man is insignificant within the universe. But we all have our own desert places within us, and therefore to be frightened about, or to be frightened about our insignificance within the cosmos, or within a field, there are so many desert places, so many lonely places close to us, that there is more than enough to frighten us already. And we have this vision of this field being covered with snow, being covered with nothing, and it's almost as if he feels alienated from nature, from the world around him. He's within his own world. He's stuck within his own world. So, Desert Places by Robert Frost. Snow falling and night falling fast, oh fast. So the snow is falling, and night is falling as well. So both the snow and darkness are rapidly falling. And I go past a field. In a field I looked into going past, and the ground almost covered smooth in snow, but a few weeds and stubble showing last. So he's going past this field and he looks into it and he can see that the ground is almost completely covered in snow. It's completely smothered. And there are a few weeds and the stalks from the field which are sticking through it. But it's becoming lonelier and lonelier. Everything is white. It's a whiteout. The woods around have it. It is theirs. So the woods are the most important thing in the landscape. The landscape is theirs. But the woods as well are covered in snow. All animals are smothered in their lairs. So all of the animals are in their holes. They're in the places where they live. And they're covered in snow. They can't come out. I am too absent-spirited to count. I feel I am empty. I have no spirit in me, and I don't matter. The loneliness includes me unaware, so I become part of this lonely scene. The loneliness takes it in, so I am irrelevant in this huge scene of white. Yes, there are animals, but in their lairs. That yes, is the earth underneath the snow, but everything is lonely. Everything is on its own, and this is the unimportance of individual things within the world. And lonely as it is, that loneliness will be more lonely ere it will be less. So this is a lonely place. It's lonely with the snow, but it's going to get even more lonely before it gets less. So the landscape, more and more snow is going to fall, and there will be just no details left. A blank whiteness of benighted snow with no expression, nothing to express. So everything is going to become whiter and whiter of benighted snow. Well, benighted talks about night, so there will be a darkness of snow. There's a juxtaposition here of the dark and the light and the white of the snow, and everything's going to become darker and darker, and everything's going to become just completely wiped out, with no expression, nothing to express. So there is nothing to express. Everything is empty. Nothing has any meaning at all. Humanity has, or I as a human have no meaning at all. Nothing has any meaning. It's all part of this one enormous whiteness. They cannot scare me with their empty spaces. So yes, empty spaces, outer space is empty, but this is something that doesn't scare me. The empty spaces between stars, on stars where no human race is. So I understand that the universe is empty, that there are millions of stars out there, but we still haven't found any other humans or any other races. But that doesn't frighten me. I have it in me so much nearer home. To be frightened and alone is so much... It is easy because this is something that is next to me. To scare myself with my own desert places. I can scare myself with the emptiness I have close to me, the emptiness that I have inside me. So this is also talking about man's place in the universe is insignificant. That as humans we don't matter. We are alone and insignificant, and being lonely is part of existence. we are born alone, and we live alone, and we die alone. Yeah, we are all alone inside our own heads. So, Desert Places by Robert Frost.